The eve preceding Marissa's bridal shower, he held me, concealed from all, barely for a moment. Yet it transpired. In the hush of my kitchen, as the world fell silent and candles dwindled, William enveloped me. I made no attempt to disengage. I softened, crumbled. And in that instant, I recognized I had surpassed a boundary, one I could never retrace. I yearned to tell you it was innocent, merely exhaustion, misconstruing benevolence as solace. But the reality? I had long anticipated that moment, fearing it, needing it, thirsting for it. He was my stepdaughter's intended, and I granted him access. Prior to proceeding, allow me to express my gratitude to each and every one of you who has subscribed to this channel. Your backing means more than I can articulate in words. To all the fresh and returning viewers yet to subscribe, thank you for being present. I eagerly anticipate your click on that subscribe button. It is the driving force that keeps this channel thriving. Lorraine resides in Iowa, a solitary figure since her divorce 5 years prior. At 46, she feels hollowed out. Her former spouse and she have gone their separate ways. Daily existence has morphed into a monotonous routine. Work, sleep, repeat. Then Marissa approached with a radiant smile and an engagement ring, soliciting Lorraine's assistance in planning her wedding. William, the fiancé, was immediately captivating. A man who displayed thoughtful gestures like recalling details and genuinely making you feel valued. Initially, Lorraine believed she was merely grateful for his attention. He noticed her, listened, even assisted with groceries. However, during the initial venue tour, a moment occurred when eyes locked across the room, sparking an odd sensation. It was fleeting, but a lingering gaze that seemed too extended. Lorraine chalked it up to imagination. Yet the prolonged glances persisted, at the bakery, in the forest, and elsewhere. During dinner, while Marissa was on a call, light-hearted conversations unfolded, filled with laughter and confessions that seemed unusually intimate. Later that evening, he stayed behind to finish arranging centerpieces. I poured wine and found myself seated uncomfortably close. Our hands brushed against each other over a ribbon roll. Neither of us withdrew. As the night wore on, I lay awake in bed, reliving every moment of his touch, the heat of his hand, our eyes locking without a word exchanged. Neither of us discussed its significance or potential ramifications. Yet, I continued to meticulously plan the wedding. The following morning, Marissa giggled over coffee and color samples as if nothing was amiss. For her, nothing had changed as she trusted and loved me like her own mother, having grown up under my care since she was 10 years old. Unfortunately, I became the one who betrayed her without uttering a word. However, it did not end there. The situation escalated further. The ensuing days were packed with appointments, floral arrangements, and lengthy deliberations. William visited frequently, always with justification, always radiating charm. Over time, my wardrobe subtly changed, initially unintentionally, but eventually I recognized the conscious choice. One night found us alone again. Marissa had gone to visit her father, and William dropped off the updated guest list. Our conversation ventured beyond wedding matters, touching on personal topics. He inquired about my well-being since the divorce, if I felt lonely, missed physical affection. His words were measured, carrying an underlying menace. I had opportunities to depart or dismiss him, but I stayed, listened, and nodded in agreement. I shared my true feelings with him. Yes, I was lonely. He then took my hand, as if it were the most ordinary gesture. When I did not recoil, he drew nearer and kissed me. The action left me shattered. Yet I reciprocated the kiss. Later, I faced my reflection in the hallway mirror as if viewing a stranger, a woman unfamiliar to me, who could potentially shatter the girl still clinging to mom. The most distressing aspect was that for the first time in years, I felt alive. However, just a few days later, it seemed on the verge of collapsing. Marissa entered unexpectedly into the living room where we had been unintentionally too close. His hand rested on my knee. We hastily separated, nearly toppling a lamp in the process. She scrutinized us both, her eyes sharpened. She remained silent, but a change crossed her face, evident she sensed something was amiss. Since that day, fear not at me. I lost appetite, sleep became elusive, and every household noise startled me. I pictured Marissa watching me, observing him, linking the dots. I couldn't endure her gaze. She hadn't spoken about what she witnessed, but I felt her intuiting it, a subtle betrayal lurking just beneath the surface. I informed William we needed to halt things, but he initially dismissed my concerns, labeling them as overthought. He viewed it as a fleeting connection between two solitary individuals. However, it was far from insignificant. It had grown into an all-consuming wildfire. He yearned to continue, expressing that he couldn't get me out of his mind. He confessed his feelings for me. I wished to accept this truth. Alas, I did. He began visiting when Marissa wasn't there, sending late-night texts, and expressing regret over the wedding plans. He claimed I was the one who truly understood him. Unfortunately, I too fell for the deception. That is, until I accidentally discovered the emails. It happened unintentionally. I was on my computer, retrieving the final catering invoice Marissa had emailed me. Yet her email remained open. I stumbled upon a flagged folder titled, Wedding Talk, and clicked reflexively. There they were. Numerous threads of conversations between William and another woman. It wasn't just Marissa. There was someone else involved. Her name was Elise. She was 22 years old. A work associate sibling's friend, whom I had dated briefly while in Des Moines for business. Our interactions were not casual, and he expressed feelings of longing towards me. He was trapped in a situation he didn't want and yearned for freedom. It felt as if I was trapped myself, as did Marissa. My stomach knotted, and I ended up vomiting after closing the laptop. That evening, I confessed my feelings to her. Her expression shattered. I spoke candidly, revealing everything, not to absolve my conscience, but because she deserved to know before investing herself in someone who never genuinely loved her. She canceled the wedding, packed her belongings, and stopped calling me Mom. She left without saying goodbye. I blocked William's calls. It has been 6 months, and Marissa still hasn't contacted me. I cannot fault her, nor would I in her position. Some nights, I sit on the porch, gazing down the road, hoping she would return to me. Ultimately, I acknowledge I destroyed that connection myself. For what purpose? A sensation that was merely an illusion. A blaze that should have faded into oblivion. If this tale stirred something within you or provoked contemplation, share your thoughts in the comments. Your opinion is vital here. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It's your backing that keeps these narratives thriving. Thank you for tuning in.